Now that we have a better understanding of the structure of a web page, it's now time to start scraping the data that we want. The first thing we'll need to do to scrape a web page is to download the page that is of interest. And the way we do this is by using the Python requests library. Now the requests library will make a GET request to a web server, which will then download the HTML contents of a given web page for us. Now there are several different types of requests we can make using the requests library, of which GET is just one of them. So our goal in this video is to simply download the HTML contents from the National Weather Service's website. So firstly, I will import the requests module. So import requests, and then in order to download the page, I will utilize the get method from the requests library. So I will put requests.get and then pass into parentheses the web page that I want to obtain information from. So in this case, it's https://www.weather.gov. What I will then do is store this object in a variable called page. When I run this code cell and then take a look to see what object we have returned, so if I put type and then in brackets pass in the page variable, you can see we have a response object. Now this object has a status code property which we can assess, and this indicates if the page was downloaded successfully or not. So if I put page.status_code and then run this code cell, we get the value 200 returned. So what does this mean? Well, a status code of 200 means that the page downloaded successfully. Now we won't dive into status codes here, but a status code starting with a 2 generally indicates a success, and a code starting with a 4 or a 5 generally indicates an error. Now feel free to explore these in more detail if you so desire. The next thing we can do is print out the HTML content of the page using the content property. So if I type page.content and then run this code cell, wow, okay, so we get this bunch of text returned and it looks very confusing and certainly not easy to read. But what is this showing? Well, it's showing the HTML for the web page that we've requested. So if I go back across to the National Weather Service's website and look at the HTML, at the top here, you can see we have the doc type, and in it states public, and then it states W3C, so remember these. And if I go back across to Jupyter Notebook, this text can be seen at the top here. And if I take a look in the head tag of the page, we have a title which is simply National Weather Service. Now looking back in Jupyter Notebook, we can see that down here somewhere on the 4th line, we have the title tag and it states National Weather Service. Now admittedly, this is hard to interpret, but the thing to take away here is that we have made a successful connection to the page, downloaded the content, and now have it available in an object to assess. In the next video, we'll be taking a look at the beautiful soup library, which will help us see the contents in a much cleaner way and enable us to get that summary paragraph that we're trying to extract. So I'll see you in the next video.